Oh, that was kind of cool. All right, that was new. How is everybody doing today? It is Tech Talk Tuesday with social networking professionals. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I kind of do this every Tuesday just to kind of see if I can help anybody out. I know tech sometimes can be, I don't want to say scary, but definitely confusing sometimes. Especially when we're just starting out. There's just so much stuff out there, and it's just sometimes it just gets overwhelming. So it's kind of why I started this. If you guys are looking for help with something, and especially, I mean, not it doesn't have to be a specific issue. Maybe it's just something like, oh, how do I set this up, or kind of, I don't know, I'm doing this, but I want to make this happen. How do I do that? And that's kind of why I started this. So I'm reaching out to you guys to tell me what you guys want help with, what you need help with, what you want to know, and maybe it's just even some obscure things like, oh man, how does this happen? Like, how do I set up a YouTube channel, or how to do whatever. So I like to kind of put it out there every week and say, hey, what do you guys want to know? Anybody that does put some comments in there, I will definitely do my best to help you guys out. So otherwise, what I just do is I kind of just do some tech thing. I know that some people will definitely get some value out of. So if you guys have any suggestions or anything, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And I do have a kind of cool thing we're gonna do today if anybody wants to kind of follow along. So if you guys are joining me live, drop a live in there. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and drop a replay in there. And so this is what I figured we would do today, because this kind of applies to a lot of people sometimes. We have the live challenge going on right now in the group, right? We started it the other day, so it's basically every single day. I think it's 7 o'clock in the morning. A post gets scheduled to go into the group, and basically says, "Hey, here's what we're doing live on today." Now, people want accountability, and it was funny because somebody did a live yesterday. It was actually Michelle, and actually I'm going to tag her in here because I want her to watch this. I wonder if I can do that. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to tag her just because I want to make sure she sees this later. Anyway, one of the things she says is that she's horrible with consistency, right? And I think that's kind of true with a lot of people. It's like you start off something and then you just die. So a great way to kind of help that out, I thought, is, hey, let's just send a reminder out, right? Every day we'll just kick a reminder off. Well, Facebook put in some limitations a couple months ago that basically said that you have to interact with a bot, right? And I can then talk to you. If you don't interact with that bot within 24 hours, or if you don't interact with that bot for a period of 24 hours, I can no longer talk to you. And what happened there is that these like daily notification things, those go away, right? So I can't just send a notification out. You have to interact with me in order for me to send another notification later. So hey Michelle, you just joined. So this is your live yesterday kind of inspired what I'm going to talk about today. And it's you talked about accountability and being consistent. So we're going to design a reminder bot today. That I'll let everybody sign up for, and then what we're going to do is it'll send out a reminder every single day about the challenge, right? And it's something that we were going to try, and I haven't got a chance to do it yet, but your live yesterday kind of sparked off the idea again, so I figured why not do it live, and we'll have it I'll show everybody how it's done, and you could just think about, this may not apply exactly to something, but the actual theory behind it, you can apply to almost anything, right? You just want a daily notification out of something. It's really cool. This right here, if you guys want to know, we're going to be using ManyChat, right? So here's a link to sign up. You can do this 100% free too. So think about like if you're doing a live or something like that, or even it's just something you want to start off like, I don't know, say you're going to do a daily live, right? You can have people sign up, and then you can basically put them through this little flow we're going to set up. So let's kind of get started. I'm not going to go into how to actually set up a ManyChat account. Very, very simple. Click the thing, you connect your Facebook page to it, again, which is one of the reasons why we want that page set up. So once you do that, you basically come in here, and ManyChat is really, really simple to use. I mean, it's like seriously like drag and drop. They have an awesome thing down here in the help. There is a video right here, video tutorials. It's like, I think it's like 20 videos. I think the total takes maybe 40 minutes to go through them all. Go through it, understand how it works. It's really, really simple. So okay, so what we're going to do is we're basically going to set up a bot to remind everybody about the Facebook Lives every day. And remember the 24-hour rule. So essentially what we're going to want to do is we want to give a spot for people to sign up and basically say, yes, I want to go ahead and sign up for this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send them a message, right? We need them to click that message, and then we have 24 hours to play with them. We're also going to get them to click another message to basically say it's okay to do it after 24 hours, right? So let's go ahead and so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to do a sign up part. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to start a new flow. I'm going to share my screen, and we're actually going to do this live so you guys can see it. Okay, so here we go. First thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and start new flow. We are going to call this the live daily notification sign up. All right, create. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is I'm going to drop a image in here, and actually let's see, what do I want to do? Actually, I'm going to cheat. Sorry. So this is the cool thing about doing live. You actually get to see the process works. I'm going to pause every once in a while and check this out. Hey, no problem, Michelle. Thanks for joining. Hey, Kathy. All right, so like I said, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to actually go into Canva real quick and look at one of my designs from the other day. Okay, so we're just going to call this reminder. And I know sometimes this gets a little boring, but it's actually kind of cool because you get to see the process. Alright, that's cool. So I'm going to save this. Alright, so we're just going to name that reminder. Just let that go save. I'm going to jump into this folder here. And I'm going to come back in here. So we're basically going to go ahead and add the image, which we put, where'd it go? Alright. And now we're just going to put a little message in there. Hey there, Bill. It's great. You want to sign up for the daily reminder. Each day we will send you a notification with a reminder to do your live, along with a link to the actual live description. Actually, we'll say to the actual post, to the daily post. How about that? Cool. All right. So basically, what's going to happen is that we're going to set this thing up. They're going to go ahead and click that, get this message, and let's just say, does that sound good to you? I don't know why I always use heck yeah, but I saw somebody do it one time, and I think it just converts good. It's funny. All right, there we go. So heck yeah, and the other button we're gonna say nah, I'm good. No thanks. I don't know why I would have clicked the button otherwise, but all right, no thanks. There we go. All right. Okay, so here's the first thing we're gonna do. And we're doing it kind of this way, just, I don't know, I probably, after I go through this once, I may end up changing it, but, all right, so if they sound good, yes, what we're going to do, we're going to send them another message. The message is going to be, we actually want to get them, there's a couple things we want to do. We want to tag them, and then we also want to, excuse me, we want to send them, we want to touch them with a one-time notification. So what we're going to do is, Actually, do we have to do that? I'm trying to think. How are we going to do this? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. So just trying to think of a couple things. So we're going to get notified on the social networking professionals, Facebook Live challenge, daily challenge. And it's funny because like this may not work out well at all the way I'm doing this, so we may have to just change up a couple things. So it's all about experimenting and figure out kind of what actually works here. So so I'm just put this one-time notification there just because we may or may not need it. I'm not sure yet. And essentially what we're going to do is I'm going to say right in here that to comply with Facebook rules, so we can notify you daily. We need you to click the notify me button below. Okay, whoops. All right. Hey there, Ed. Thanks for joining this morning. All right, so if anybody is just joining us, we're just walking through a quick notification bot that we're going to do for the Facebook Live challenge that we have going on right now. So what this message is just giving them a way to click the notify me button. The reason why I didn't do it right up front is because I want to give them a way to kind of get here and unsubscribe if they want. So just say no problem. If you want to stop notifications, type stop at any time. Okay, and basically what that does, that will just if they type stop, it basically just unsubscribes them from the bot. So all good there. All right, so we basically come in here, we give them a way to say yes, pow, they come up in here, comply with rules, click notify me. Okay, so a couple things we want to do right here. First thing we want to do is we want to tag them. And again, this is one of the things that may actually change. We're just going to tag them for Facebook Live notify. All right, so I'm going to add a tag there. All right. All right, so we get the one-time notification, and now we're just going to send them one more message that says, awesome. Stay tuned. So this is one of the challenges right now, is just thinking in my head, is what time that we send the message. So initially I was going to try to do something, we could actually do something really slick where we can actually say what time do you want the message sent and then schedule it that way. But I think what we're just going to do is we're just going to say at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, we'll just do it like 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll send the message out. That way, it's just they know and we're good and we don't care about anything else. So, so we're just going to say awesome. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Each day we will send you a message at 8. We're just going to say 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's it. Let's see. Do we need to do anything else here? So I'm thinking through the process, right? So you kind of know what we want to do here. So there's a couple ways that we can handle this. We can actually do something where we just, and I think this is what we're going to do, is schedule out broadcast, and then within that broadcast, get them to click notify me so we can do it the next day. The big thing is that on the notification, right? They have to interact. They have to click something in order to get the next day. If they do that, because there's no guarantee they can do that, we can't put everything in one big giant sequence, right? Otherwise, what we can do is we can say, hey, do this, wait 24 hours, then do this, and wait 24 hours. We can't do that because we need to make sure that they interact with them. Otherwise, we could send them a message and Facebook can actually flag us and shut down our account. So we want to make sure we're compliant with stuff like that. So that's why it's important to that's why I'm kind of thinking through a couple different ways to do this. So, but I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to do this flow right here, and so what that one-time notification block does, it gives us permission for them to touch them again after 24 hours if they somehow don't interact with us. So the more I'm thinking about it, it may actually not even be needed, but we're gonna leave it in there because it doesn't hurt us at all. The biggest thing is we tag them with the Facebook Live notify, right? So let's go ahead and I don't think we need anything else right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add one other thing to this. We need a way to actually kick this thing off, right? So we're going to come over here. We are going to go ahead and add a growth tool, and we are going to add a message URL. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to call this live notify. All right, and this is kind of one of the big things to do is always run through the preview, especially when you do with links, because anybody that's gotten some of my messages with the wrong links, that's me rushing and not doing the preview. So, so let's say, okay, let's see what this looks like here. This comes with this giant thing. I may have to tone that down a little bit, but hey there, Rob, it's great. It's great you want to sign up for the daily reminder. Each day we'll send you a notification with a reminder to do your live along with a link to the daily post. How's that sound? Heck yeah, no thanks. So heck yeah. Apply with notify. Okay, it's cool. We're going to click on notify. Awesome, stay tuned. Okay, cool. All right. So at that point, we've done two things, right? We run all the way through the flow. So we have tagged them once with the tag, the Facebook notify tag, and we've also tagged them with a one-time notification. So the one-time notifications are really kind of cool. If I would have clicked that thing like 10 times, like I'd actually stack up 10 notifications. So that's another thing we can do. We can actually ask them to, hey, you know what, do this, and then we could just schedule everything out. But let's. But I don't think we may not need to do that. So anyway, okay, so we have that rolling right now. So good. So what we're going to actually do right now is I'm going to actually post this real quick. Let me go back into flows, Facebook Live challenge, notification. We are going to publish this. And the other thing I like to do too is I'm going to come into here. I always like to make sure that my tags and stuff actually do get set, right? So I do get my as my tag right here, and I come down here, one-time notification tokens. So every time that I hit that thing, I actually get a token. So what do we call it? Crap, did we call it this? I think we call it Facebook. Yeah, I'm going to actually change that tag because that's too confusing. Let's do this. All right. How does Facebook know we sent the we can contact you after the 24 hours thing? How does Facebook know we can contact? Magic. So what happens is that every time that you hit the notify me, right, it gives them a token. And basically what happens is that now, as soon as I have that token, I can contact you one time. I can use that token at any given point, right? I can do it I can do it. If I do it before 24 hours, it doesn't use that token. If it goes after 24 hours, it uses the token. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to basically go ahead and give them that token. We're going to notify them. We're going to set up a bunch of broadcasts, right? So we're going to send out, the first one's going to go in 24 hours. And in there, we're going to basically say, hey, tag me, or click it to redo that token. If they don't, right, because we're going to send out one just before 24 hours, if they don't, that second one, we're going to use that token, and at that point, they're going to have to interact. If they don't, we can't send them anything. So Facebook keeps track of that token. As they use it, it goes away. You can load up the tokens, which basically means you can go click, 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 and load up those tokens, and we can use them one at a time. And it's really the big thing is if they don't interact. So what we're going to do is once when they sign up, within 24 hours from now, and this is where I've got to go through the flow a couple times. But what we're going to do is basically within 24 hours, we're going to go ahead and drop them into what's called a sequence. So we are going to come in here, we're going to go into sequences, and we are going to create a sequence. And this is going to be, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry if I'm going to confuse you guys. we are sending out finite responses. So we're actually scheduling out the next 10 days. Okay, all right. So we're going to change the plan a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to actually send out broadcasts, and we're going to send it out to people that are tagged in that Facebook Live. And I'm trying to figure out if there's just an easy way to do this. So we're just going to try a couple things and see what happens. So tomorrow is actually going to be day 3. So let me do this real quick. Scheduled post. Hang on, I'm just trying to find my scheduled post here. Okay. All right, so tomorrow is day 3. So we're going to go ahead and create a message here that basically says, hey, oops, wrong thing here. This is, here is your day 3 reminder. There's a live reminder. And we're just going to say go to post. And because I've scheduled out everything, right, I can actually go and grab the actual link. Oh, what the hell was that? All right, so that'll give us there. We're just going to do a quick preview here. All right, so I'll be able to see that. Cool. Okay, so that goes to the right post. Okay, good. All right, so we are going to go ahead and schedule this. I'm not, let's see, we don't do anything else right here. You know what we're going to do that. We'll actually do that within 24 hours. So we should be good. All right. You know what, that one-time notification I don't believe was necessary. So I'm not even going to worry about it. But what we're just basically going to do is we're going to set up a non-promo. We're going to come in here. What we're going to do is the tag is the Facebook Live notify tag. And we're going to schedule it right now, we're going to set this for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and we are going to set it for 8 a.m. Actually, I'm sorry, we said 8 a.m. Eastern, so that's 5. Is that right? Yeah, 8 a.m. Eastern, which is 5. Actually, I'm going to just change that to 8. Yeah, we'll do 5. That's fine. So that way it's basically an hour after it goes out otherwise. So, okay. So we're basically going to schedule that. I know right now it only says 1 user. This will actually increase as this tag goes up. So nothing's actually going to go out until tomorrow, right? So we are just going to basically schedule now. I've got to give it a tag. Tag is actually just going to be other. So we are going to come in here. I'm going to double check this again. And tomorrow's the 15th. Yep. I'm going to schedule. So, okay, cool. All right. So essentially what we've done now is we have them come in, and the more I'm thinking about it, we don't even need to worry about that one-time notification. So I am going to come back into flows, and we are going to go to my live challenge, and we're going to go to the setup here. So we're actually just going to kill this message because we're definitely not going to need this. So we're basically just going to come in here like this, and we are going to take this, and we're going to tag them, and then we're just going to basically say stay tuned. So basically we're going to do that, and then as soon as they do that, we're going to just send it out. If they've signed up, awesome. If they didn't, oh well. So basically only people that are going to get live notify are going to get that. And because we're doing it in a sequential order, it doesn't matter. If we were doing it at some point where people can actually sign up for a challenge, like if people were to sign up today and start day one, and then this person would sign up 4 days later and he would start day one, right? That's a little bit different setup, and that's actually what I was initially thinking about. So this is just a simple daily reminder. So basically, they're going to come in here, they're going to get tagged as notify, and as long as they interact with the bot, as long as when this message comes up, if they say yes, go to that link, we're good. They'll get the message again the next day. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here to broadcasting. We're going to come into the scheduled. We're going to take this. We're going to duplicate this. And in draft, you can see it's right here. So now here's your day 4 Facebook reminder, Facebook Live reminder. Say hey, and obviously, I may actually go back later and clean these up a little bit. But I am going to then grab the link for day 4. And if anybody wants to know, I've scheduled all these ahead of time. When you do that, you actually get the post IDs. So I'm just going and grabbing them, and that's what I'm using in here. So I can send people directly to the post. And that's day 4. So actually, that's kind of cool. I think this will work out pretty well. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me get back to this flow real quick. Oh, crap. And publish this real quick. Yeah, so we're just basically going to that. Perfect. So that'll work. All right, so if you guys want to do this, I'm going to post this in the comments. If anybody wants to sign up for the Facebook Live Challenge daily notifications, go ahead and click that link, and let's go ahead and get you guys working through here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make a post right here as well. I am going to come in here and say, hey guys, we have set up a daily reminder for the Facebook Live Challenge. If you want to get reminded, click the link below. All right, cool. And what I'll do is I'll drop this image that we did before. Below, and we will send you a Facebook message. Next reminder daily. Cool. All right. So pretty straightforward, right? Set up. That's cool. Okay, good. So let's just actually go ahead and post that, and we'll see if we get some people to actually come through here. But see, I mean, the chatbot's just a very simple thing, right? In what do we take? A half hour, right? Just set this up right here. We have that, and then we have the reminder. So anybody that comes through this thing tomorrow morning, you're going to get a message, pal, that's going to basically say, hey, here's the live, and here's the link directly to it. Because one of the, not only did Michelle remind me to, just for consistency's sake, but somebody else was saying it's hard to find sometimes. So now here's a perfect way. Pow, every single day you're just going to catch an email for the next 10 days or catch a message for the next 10 days, and basically you're good to go. So I hope that helped. I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to have my new VA go ahead and set up the rest of these things. VA, my daughter, I've hired her for my assistant now, which is awesome. But that's pretty much it for today's Tech Talk. I think it was kind of cool, and I think that I hope you guys actually got a little bit of value out of it. And just think about ways that you can use simple things like this, right? If somebody has, if you guys want to do a daily live or a daily whatever, you can do it. If say you were doing something that wasn't a daily thing but more like a weekly call, right? You can set this thing up so you can basically have them sign up now, and then the week later you can basically go ahead and notify them. So that's kind of how you would use the notification things. And something daily like this, the tag was really the big thing. So So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys got some value out of it. If you have any questions, drop them below. We do Tech Talk Tuesday every Tuesday, obviously. Otherwise, it'd be called Tech Talk Wednesday, right? But that's about it. So awesome. And I appreciate you guys. And you guys have a fantastic day. Take care.